the recording. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second day of this critical training meant for professionals and stakeholders in any field: medical, entrepreneurship, business, ministry, whatever you are doing. We were able to establish the fact that you need a framework that is so fundamental, which is also become an integer in your workspace. So, those of us who were here yesterday will share with us what were the benefits you got, what new thing did you learn, and how has the training impacted you? What was your take home from yesterday? So let's start from Abdul Malik.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, once again. So, what I learned from yesterday, my take home, is the 10 stages of relapses, the 10 types of relapses. If I can, that's the strength, the health, which is the mother of them all,
Wow.
and yes, and then the depth and the length and a few more, about 10 of them. So these are the ones that I can bring out of head now. And yeah, the dimensions as well, the domains, which is the behavioral domain, and then the five domains actually, the five domains and how they contribute to relapses and the type of questions needs to be asked. I think we went through about 35 questions, which further helped me understand that without fact and figures, it is difficult for you to have a framework that can be properly integrated.
Wow. What a good summary. What took me 2 hours took you 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Wow, wow, wow. So, journalists, welcome to the show. Is he here? Okay, he's not here yet. So, Madam Kure, when you hear fundamental framework integration, what comes to mind? Fundamental framework integration. It appears you are muted. We can't hear you. You are.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? So
Yes.
sorry, sir. So when you talk about framework, what comes to my mind is like a sort of guidelines that and things you need to do in order to implement your project or a program in order to achieve whatever you want to do.
Well, that's a good attempt here. You have given us a grammatical side of it.
Okay.
Good. So, framework, a combination of two words: frame and work. Your work in a frame that contains your work for appreciation, penetration, for contribution. I didn't tell people who were present yesterday this definition. A frame that contains your work for appreciation, penetration, for contribution so that you can have a better appreciation of your personal developmental plans for lifestyle and productivity at optimal level. Fundamental framework integration is a combination of APC by PDP by LP. But that was just explain. Appreciation, E. Penetration, P. For contribution. You have a frame that enables you to see your APC quotient. Where you are able to appreciate what you have and other people can do, so that you can make penetration into where necessary. Human beings, systems, structures, protocols around individual for the purpose of contribution. So that at the end of the day, you can evaluate your PDP, personal development plans, and evaluate it, authenticate it, appraise it. Why are you doing APC and PDP? So that your LP value can stand. Not Labour Party now, but lifestyle and productivity. Either your client or your workspace. So we showed you yesterday the fact that relapses is not just about health. Although health relapse is the mother of it all. When an individual is not healthy, then so many things go down the drain. So look at the picture we painted yesterday. The domain, the profile quotient, and the investment package. The first domain is the concept domain, which talks about the holistic health, the lifestyle of that individual, the persona, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And we showed you the fact that you should be able to pinpoint which area of health is the individual experiencing a relapse. Is it mental? What are the pruning questions we told you yesterday? Is it emotional in terms of responsibilities and relationship? Is it spiritual in terms of connection with God and men by his spirit? And is it physical in terms of his capacity to take care of himself, obey his personal lifestyle protocol, and do the needful as to recreation and sleeping well, good dietary pattern, and the rest of it. That's for health relapse. And we also look at strength relapse, where potential, competencies, abilities can wane. You may not be in a rehab facility, but you are relapsing in your area of strength. When you hear people say, gone are the days when I used to do myself, By this time, I would have gone to 3 countries, Dubai, Europe, and that person is just telling you he or she has suffered relapses in the area of strength because what you used to do is no longer does. Something has gone the wrong. So for people who were online yesterday and on board, we showed you how to identify a particular form of relapse, track it, trace it, tame it in order to trash it. And that a relapse that is not immediately identifiable will lead to some other relapses. And the person comes down in his health. Somebody who comes down in his strength can easily come down in his health. Somebody who comes down in his wealth can even kill himself and call it all a quit because he feels, what am I living for? The labor of 35 years is gone down the drain. So that's why it's so pivotal. Don't give gaps. In relapses, whichever quotient or domain, 3 things you are looking out for to attack are 1, gaps. And I'm going to differentiate between the 3. 2, loopholes. And then 3, vacuums. Anybody suffering relapse, either in health or strength or wealth or depth or stretch or hedge, length, path, faith, and growth, is either that the individual gives room to gap. So what is a gap? Gap analysis. Imagine a line starting from point A going to point B, but suddenly there's a truncation and the line sinks deep inside, only to come out again before it continues. A gap has been created. And that gap, something else will come in there because it's a dent to retain the non-essential. A gap is a dent in a persona that retains what is not supposed to retain. And that's why somebody who suffers relapse in health quotient, what do you find out? He begins to misbehave. Things he was not used to doing before, he will start doing it because he has left gap. No continuity. He was told one of your coping mechanisms is, please do exercises, do aerobics, take your drug. But he just feel, well, I'm okay. Drugs or no drug, God is in charge. He begins to speak religious languages. Before you know it, he creates a gap that allows for what? Something else to fill. And in life, there is actually no empty gap. Something must finish. So be able to identify gaps, either in health, in strength, in wealth, in depth, in stretch, edge, length, and all of those. Those of you who were not here yesterday, you can please ask for the replay of yesterday so that you flow in fully. Now, what's the second thing we're looking for in relapses? We're looking for vacuum. So by the time you harmonize yesterday's equipping with today, you will know what gap questions you should ask your client who have health issue, wealth issue, debt issue, stretch issue, and the rest of it. So, Uncle, where did you allow for gaps? Oh, I was not sleeping well. I started sleeping late and all that. That's gap. A cessation into the normal course of flow, giving room for extraneous impetus to accumulate. So in gap analysis, the individual in relapse accommodates the unexpected in order to accumulate it. So there's negative accommodation that leads to what? Wrong accumulation. And anything that fills an individual speaks to him. And that's the origin of you hearing people say, I hear voices now. In fact, I love to do so and so, but my mind will just tell me, go and do the opposite. Gap analysis is at work. It creates a dent. Since you couldn't continue, it sinks you deep. And when you now intend to continue, gap analysis takes up. You create an unwitting V-shaped vacuum or cup-shaped vacuum for an extra or external trigger to work on and fill with bad behavior, deviant behavior, proceeds from violation to lifestyle protocol, and the person comes down. How about loophole? Loophole are leakages to the holistic persona or agenda or project, depending on what relapse you are looking at. Imagine a big GP tank having 3 holes, 1 underneath, 2 by the sides. What is going to happen to the content thereof? They will leak out. So what are loopholes in relapses? Whether financial relapse, health relapse, wealth relapse, growth relapse, and the rest. Loopholes are leakages that you wittingly or unwittingly allow to cause drainages, to cause a pouring away of the good behavior, great habits, in order to become light, empty, and shallow. That's how you know loopholes. God, I just feel light. They do things they feel they are just packaging. Leakages has happened. The individual looks inferior. The boldness and the confidence level begins to dip. And that's why people go to rehab, they come out, they take them back because they have allowed for certain leakages. They have been drained. The holistic package that was formed and formulated in their lives have been cracked. And so the great content inside is pouring away. So he feels light. Even when he struggles to want to keep to the status quo, he just discovered that, oh, I'm not there yet. This is not the real me. And then one man will be telling him, you are just pretending. Stop deceiving yourself, Mali. You cannot do it. You yourself know you are not the right person, the real person that came out of rehab. Those are symptoms of loopholes that leak the great life and the evidence of a great life when it is on health. When it is on wealth, for example, and there are loopholes, you know what? People do impulsive purchases that leaks away their resources. People do wrong investment and put their hard-earned money into the wrong place. So they become drained. So in fundamental framework integration, the principle is the same, but the application differs depending on what domain you are checking and depending on who is involved. There's no one size fits it all in fixing relapses because human beings are different. You won't find two thumbprints that are the same exact. Even Siamese twins have different characters. They don't behave alike. So, very vital. Yes, yeah. There is internal relapse before it becomes external. Anything you call relapse happens from the inside first. It is an internal thing. When you lack alignment inside, no matter the assignment you are doing outside, it's a fake. It's a fraud. You'll soon be tired. The individual will soon give up because you just feel, I'm not sincere to myself. Wallahi, I'm not sincere. I know I'm just trying to make believe. So that's why yesterday we hammered on the power of alignment. Your capacity for internal coordination and harmony within yourself that secures you a balance internal before you run doing something on the external. And in our world today, people crave for assignment before alignment. True or false? In fact, how many people care about alignment? When you hear alignment, your mind goes to the car, the automobile. Oh, my car lacks alignment. Before car is the human automobile. And when your car lacks alignment, what happens? You hold the steering, but the car goes to somewhere else. So that's why alignment deficit says it's not even about the function of what you do, but what are the forces militating against what you do that is making it not to work out. When your car has alignment problem, no matter the quality of the tire you put, they will eat in over time. Those tires will wear out. So it's not the work outside, it is the way inside. When the car lacks alignment, it can't travel for a long distance and crash. So people don't go far. Treatment don't go far because of alignment problem. So very vital. Alignment is so critical. in every regard, in every ramification. What happens again when a car lacks alignment? Let's discuss that before I tell you about what vacuums are. What happens? A car out of who drives here? Either in your dream or reality. A driver is a driver. One who drives is a driver. Mother, do you drive? You've muted again.
I drive.
In the dream or reality?
No, in reality, I drive.
Good. So when your car has alignment problem, have you ever driven a car that has alignment problem?
Yes, it goes one-sided.
One-sided. So there are so many
Yeah.
doors out there going one-sided. Many businesses going one-sided. They lack alignment. And to fix alignment problem is an internal thing. So very critical. When your car has alignment problem, what again do you notice? Do you drive smooth?
No,
So people
you don't drive smoothly.
who come out of hospital and all of that, a rehab center, over health people because of relapses, they struggle to comply to therapy. They put the money in business, but it's like the business thing isn't just going to work out. Alignment problem. And then anyone who travels the same route with them, do they enjoy the journey? No. Welcome, Dr. Mba, to the show. They don't enjoy the journey. The journey is somehow unpalatable because there's no alignment. So, what is the third thing we fix? It is called vacuum. So, what are vacuums? Gaps that you unwittingly create that is needing to be filled with correct value system, lifestyle protocol, out of laziness, lackadaisical attitude. I beg, I tired, Jerry. I beg, leave me alone. The one where I do, don't do. Create gaps. So gap deliberately created can become vacuum. If they are not filled deliberately, you know what? The wrong stuff will fill it. And that's why you see people come out of rehabs and they after 6 months, after 1 year, so your guy is back again. He's taking weed again. He's into tramadol, Colorado, meth, ice, ganja, and the rest of it. So look for gap, loophole, and vacuum. block the gap, mend up the loopholes, and bridge the vacuum. But in doing this, ensure that whatever is accumulated is expelled. Otherwise, what happens? As long as those things remain in them, it will keep speaking to them over time. It's a law that whatever a man accommodates, accumulates. And whatever a man accumulates speaks to him. Some of you who do meditation, you know when you meditate, you start hearing voices inside. Whether the good, the bad, or the ugly, you start hearing. So these are the 10 areas of relapses. So if somebody is talking to you about his competencies, oh, I no longer can do this again. That's strength relapse. Somebody is talking to you about value creation, that's wealth relapse. Somebody is saying, I don't even know myself this day. I just pant here and there. That is depth relapse. His unique selling point is no longer speaking. Somebody say, well, all my partners, I put them aside. No work, nothing. That doesn't mean there are no works, but he has stretch relapse. Say it's not even enough for me, let alone calling other people. That's a relapse, which is not treatable in the medical facility. But a therapist and a coach will do it. Mental health, behavioral health will fix it. Good coaches, great counselors, clinical psychologists will help. You might want to ask me, doctor, how will I take my financial issue to hospital? No hospital per se, but you need a therapist to be able to help you check up, neck up, to be sure you are good neck down, so that you can reorganize, rework, and replan. Very vital. Now look at this. These are the 7 domains. In working against relapses, I told you today we are going to draw. It's looking like an abracadabra now, but we will soon distill it. When there is a gap analysis in this, the individual comes down, either in his health, wealth, debt, and all of that. It comes down. And then in relapse management, it is not a question of just doing trial and error. Oh, let's check this. Let's check that. So in the medical setup, I'm sorry to say, they do it a whole lot. They say, madam, okay, let's try you on Izaquin. And madam, did you feel anything? How did you feel? Oh, I felt some pain and all that. Okay, let's give you antibiotics. Let's try you on this. Let's try you on that. In psychotherapy, we go frontal. We confront issue by seeing where exactly the issue is. We do what I call behavioral invasion. Behavioral what? Invasion. And in behavioral invasion, we do 3 things. We explore into the client. We express the client in order to establish him or her back to default mode. Exploration, expression, and establishment. This is not motivation, it is intervention. Motivational speaking is not therapy. It could be therapeutic, but in the short run. Say, I am well 50 times. Shake your head. I am well, I am well, I am well. By the time you stop shaking your head, after 1 hour, you'll come back to your equilibrium. So motivational speakers are doing much damage to people who have therapeutic cases. I'm free from drug. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free from drug. I'm free. And the elements of drug through personal violation is still inside. That thing we say, you don't finish your drama. Oh yeah, make I talk to you. I was watching you inside church when you were talking. And then the persons become overwhelmed because anything inside the man speaks to him. Especially where you wrongly accommodate it. So you accumulate it. No accommodation, no what? No accumulation. And then accumulation does not become communication immediately. It stays for a while. That's why as therapists, mental health coach, and therapists, you must know what you are doing. For the fact that the person we have not seen obvious relapse does not mean you don't have the facility to invade into him and to check what is going on inside him through evidence-based research, where you do behavioral invasion, exploration, digging deep, expression, showing the individual what you see while you dug, and then establishing the individual back to himself or herself. Very critical. So, the number one circle is health domain that I showed you yesterday. So draw a circle. I'll draw my own now. And put a dot inside it. We are going to display and diagrammatize relapses. When your client is not suffering relapses, it is the dot in the center of this circle. So this is health domain. And in health domain, you have mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. That's the health domain there. Very vital. When it's in relapse, what happens? It is lopsided. It is no longer in the center of his own spread. So that's when he begins to walk disorderly. Because he's no longer occupying his center. He no longer can find his place to take his space. Is the nucleus, let's say James. So he is central, no relapses. So he can see this circumference of his life at all corners. I'm showing you in diagram now so that when I run the analysis, you will see the gap analysis, the vacuum and the loophole. This is the first domain. And what is it? Health. On how many elements? 4. Mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, as we explained yesterday. So, there is an assessment attached to it. That's his personal concept. He is original, where he realizes himself, finds his place to take his place. He is not lopsided when he's in the middle. He is original. This is persona. This is self-concept. This is holistic health. Now, what is the assessment we run? Let me hang it. It is called Behavioral Health Assessment Test that we use to invade into your client to see the extent of loopholes, vacuums, and gaps. I will hang one here and show you. Later, I will post to you so that you run your own or run for somebody. So the behavioral health assessment test does what? Summarizes the holistic health of an individual. Holistic health. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. When you run that reality check, it will tell you exactly what the world has been going on in your client. Where is he lopsided? Where is he not doing it right? So let me hang one now. Later, I will post to you. We'll quickly run through one now. All of them have their own various assessments by which you engage your client. This is on a health note. So you put the name, of your client. Always collect their WhatsApp number so that when you are writing report, you can post it to their WhatsApp. In case you need to send video and the rest, you can also put that as well. So look at it. Can you see the assessment I hand? This is the instrument by which you invade into people by 2 rules. Out of what they have in abundance in their mind, their biro will write. Just like a holy book says, out of the abundance of the heart, what happened? The mouth speaks. So by the time you serve this assessment and they start thinking on what their issue is, what are they doing? You are hooking up to who they are inside through their thoughts and picking out value, virtue, or vices. Because as a man thinks, so he is. So you are using the rule of extrapolation. So get his age. His age is important. And then you start asking this question. If it's a big man, don't give him assessment. This assessment is called psychometric analysis or psychometric detailing. Psychometric. What's the meaning? Psycho has to do with anything with the mind. Metric is fact and figures on ink and paper. So the art and science of appreciating, penetrating, and coiling out the content of a man's mind, whether good, bad, and ugly, and expressing it on ink and paper for analysis and interpretation and intervention is called psychometric detailing. In fact, psychometric detailing is a whole course on its own, but I'm just borrowing it to explain how I invade into people and show them what is inside them through their own thoughts. Because as a man thinks, so he is. So you use the graph on top, where 1 means dull, 2 poor, 3 tolerable, 4 fair, 5 adequate, 6 what? Good, 7, 8, 9, 10. They mean the same thing as this 10 column. So there are 10 psychometric questions, which we call psychometric properties, that we have woven together to pull out the elements of the behavioral health of an individual. So what is behavioral health? It is the composition of mental health, physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health. So mental health therapists in the house, you are standing on 1/4 leg. Malik, wake up. Alex, wake up. You are to be behavioral. The mental health weighs so heavy. But beyond mental health, you will do emotional health. You will do physical health. You will do even intuitional health, which some people call spiritual health. Because some people, by the spirit of religion, will tell you, oh, since I stopped praying, I became weak. And do you know weakness is a feeling? It's a feeling. And before you know it, it goes into his emotion. He feels weak, so his zeal dies. Before you know it, it goes into his passion. His enthusiasm is weakened, and then he has health problems. He calls it an attack. So some of those things happen over time, which we don't need to allow. So now let's use somebody in the house to run behavioral check analysis to see health relapses. Who want to volunteer? And you want to be truthful. We would see your behavioral health now. How balanced you are, whether you are in the center of your spread or not. Who is volunteering? Nobody wants to volunteer. Journalists, are you here? Okay, Malik, you want to volunteer? We want to run your assessment. Malik is not here.
All right, sir. Let's give it a try.
Good. Don't be afraid. It's just a classwork. This 10 question has been wired to pull out your total holistic health, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So the first question says, how well do you know and relate to platform of daily vibration? In other words, how well do you know what to do from waking up to sleeping back? What will you score yourself in that knowledge? Where 1 means dull, 10 means perfect. What will you score yourself over 10?
Know what you do from waking up to sleeping. I'll give myself 5.
You are sure it's not too small? You are losing 50% of your control of your day. That's the minimally. You are sure it's not too small? Because this thing, don't forgive. Oh, if you
let me give it 6, sir. 6.
If you need attention, we'll come for you with our van to take you to our ID. So you better
Let's give it 6, sir.
you talk. So the next question. How well do you balance on a daily stretches without lopsidedness? In other words, how well do you balance your mental health with your physical health, with your emotional health, and mental health? You are not too mental and less physical. You are not too physical and less emotional. What would you
8.
do for yourself? 8. Good.
Yes, sir.
Next. How well do you remember things, event, places, or people? With the explanation so that
8.
good. So it means you have very good reminiscence, you remember. Then question number 4. In behavioral health, when you stockpile your brain too much, it can affect you. So how well do you keep a daily to-do list by habit? That is, you pencil down and tick as you do them daily. Instead of putting things on your brain, you have a jotter where you diarize, put things in diary.
6.
So if you can show me your organizer or your diary, the to-do list for today, do you have it?
For today, yes, sir.
If you don't write it down, you can't score more than 4. Do you consciously write it down?
Not every day, but I do write them down, sir, a day before.
Okay. So you score 7 then, or 8. Or if you don't write down but to plan, you put them in your brain, you will score 4. Next question. How well do you manage energy level and prevent overdraft? In other words, you don't wait until you burn all your vital energy and you are fagged out before you withdraw.
Manage energy level. I'll also give it a 6, sir.
6. Next one. In case you are very busy and you had no time to rest immediately, how well do you cure overdraft? You draw so much energy within the week and you feel tired. This weekend, I will stay in and rest. How well do you do that?
9, sir.
Good. Then question 7. How well do you identify triggers, symptoms of health decline, and cooperate with your system to do the needful? Oh, your head is aching, you are going to rest. You are hungry, you are eating food. You are thirsty, you drink water. You don't say, I just must finish this work before I do any other thing. In my stomach lie, make it a cry.
8, sir.
Good. Now, what are we doing now? We are invading into your heart and mind and your life. How? We are using your thoughts, your feelings, your emotion to enter into you. All you are doing is to think. And when a man thinks, what does he do? He goes into himself. And then you will see now, I will soon draw you now. And it will be exactly what is happening inside you. The next one, number 8. How well do you balance energy regime and maintain current position? In other words, you don't overstretch yourself beyond your bounds. You know what your capacity can carry and you try as much as possible to maintain it.
7.
7. Number 8, when you are stressed, how quickly do you bounce back? Mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress?
6.
6. Last but not the least, how well do you sleep more than 5 hours per day?
8.
When do you go to bed?
Around 12 on a
Eh?
good day.
And
On
wake
a
up
good
when?
day.
On a
On a
good
good
day.
day. Yes,
It
sir.
is not
So
good.
my sleeping pattern is not like I have 8 straight hours of sleep. I
Okay.
might have 3 now and then 2 later, and then I wake up in between.
How many times?
2 to 3 times.
And you are not up to 40 years yet.
Yes, sir.
That is a bad sleep protocol. Needing therapy is not the ideal, except if your work is a shifting stuff. You do shift job in a hospital or in a company.
No, sir, but I shuffle between 2 to 3 things that I do.
So
So that's why I designed my this thing like that.
we don't want your health to nosedive. That one can cause a loophole for you. So for that now you are aiming for. Your sleep ought to be regulated. Go to bed 12, wake up 5. Good. Go to bed 10, wake up 4. Good. You only wake once and that is it, or you don't wake at all. Good. But you wake 2, 3 times, that is bad lifestyle protocol that will tell on your health. And as therapists, we must be able to know where the man is down and where he's up. So now let's see your total score for lifestyle and productivity. How do you calculate? You multiply the number of occurrences in each column with the column number on top and write the answer down. So under column 4, you score 1 times. 4 times 1, 4.
4.
Under column 6, you score 3 times. 6 times 3.
18.
Can you see facts with figures working together now? That is a framework that is fundamental and integrated. You can run it in Europe, run it in America, it's still going to do the same. Then under column 7, how many? 7 times 2, 14. Under columns 8, how many? 1, 2, 3. 8 times 3,
24.
24. Under column 9, 1. 9 times 1, 9. So you now add everything together. 4 plus 18, 22,
22.
plus 10, 32,
30,
plus 4,
34.
36,
Okay, 36. Yes, 36.
plus 20, 56, plus 4, 60,
60.
plus 9, 69%. So your total lifestyle and productivity, holistic health is 69%. What is your cluster? You are in manifestation. Can you see? You are
Yes,
here.
sir.
You are in manifestation. What does that mean? It means, number 1, you have so many things in your mind you have not done. And they keep agitating, looking for opportunities to do it. You have so much energy you have not utilized, looking for how to utilize it. You have so many wishes that have not turned to horses. Now, Malik, if you had scored 0 to 39, what would you have been needing?
Detention.
I've looked out for you before you collapse. and have
Yes.
partial stroke or full-blown stroke and quickly carry you hand and foot to our ADP camp and treat you. Otherwise, you can have stroke. This is the reason why people sleep and they don't wake up, or just sudden collapse and they die through stroke, partial stroke, and all that. So the judgment here says, stop that client from anything he's doing before he collapses and kill himself. Relapse is height of it, and any bad thing can happen. So you withdraw him and detain him. Detain him for what? For therapy. Detain him to be able to show him how to live, how to do things, so that he can start cooperating and complying. If you are score 40 to 50, Malik, what will you be needing?
Attention.
When you need attention, you wear the person no West. The only difference is that you are saying, well, whatever you are doing, quickly finish so that we can attend to you, because you are not also okay. But the worst case scenario is 0 to 30. Now, if you score 51 to 60, what are you needing?
Comprehension.
Meaning that so many things about your lifestyle protocol, you don't even understand. You have a little understanding about yourself. And the things you don't understand are much more than what you understand. So as a therapist, we'll take your assessment and see your cough and treat you from it. If you have scored 61 to 70, as you have scored here, 69, what do you need?
Manifestation.
Meaning you have comprehension, you understand, you don't need attention, you don't need to be detained, except that so many energies still reside in you, you have not used. And you have so many wishes that have not manifested. True or false?
True.
I know you before.
No.
Did you speak to me?
No, sir.
That's just surface. So I'm still coming to expose you very well and show everybody waiting there inside you for lifestyle protocol. Now, anything you score, okay, let me finish first. If you had scored 71 to 80, you need extension, meaning you are grounded, you know what you are doing, and you are doing what you know, except that you need to just cross your T's and dot your I's. And you are just one mark to extension. So you are shuffling between manifestation and extension. In fact, you are closer to extension more than manifestation. Except that there are still some things embellished within you that you have not manifested. Not because you don't want to, but because of ignorance. You don't know. And that's why you are taking this training, so that you will know and be able to do. Now, Malik, if you have scored 81 to 100, who are you?
Model.
So you are not yet a role model. Anybody who copies you now, I'm not, don't do your work. You are a role model in mental health. But when it comes to behavioral health, you are not organized. So you are not yet a role model. How many marks are you away from model?
About 20.
No. Model is 81. You score was 69.
69,
So
yes, sir.
81 minus 69. Is it about 20?
That's about 12. 12 or 11.
So you are 12 marks away from your center. The diagram I drew, the arrow we drew, and the circle. You are 12 marks away from your center. So there is a bit of lopsidedness up till now in Abdul Malik, despite the fact that he's a mental health coach. You are not central. You are 12 marks away from center. It's only when you are a model you are occupying the center. So let's see your lopsidedness. Let's see your gaps, loophole, and vacuum. Anything you score, subtract it from 100. Your score is 69. 100 minus 69. That's that.
31.
Eh?
31.
So, Malik, to the glory of God, you are leaking in 31 places. You are draining in 31 places at your age. It's not good for you. Does it show on your face? No. But we have invaded into you now, and
Yes.
expressing you now in order to establish you back. So if I draw a bracket open and I draw a straight line, bracket close, plus 69 minus 31. So look at your behavioral profit and loss, which I can show you clearly. It means you are only engaging your active life for 69% and wasting 31% of your energy every day. Is good. It's not good. But I'm not blaming you because you did not know. And see, in behavioral health or mental health, ignorance is not an excuse. Oh, I didn't know I don't have BP. And you are working contrary to your lifestyle protocol, the individual will come down. You know, not all cases that even BP monitor will see. Not all cases. Say, oh, I have BP monitor. I'm always checking. You must run behavioral check. Run it for your client. See, BP, I have it in all sides of shape. As I use this, I also run my check. Because this one will not show you whether it's your sleep that is deficient. Now, look at Malik's behavioral pitch. Now, let me show you your pitch and what is happening inside you. This thing is a wonderful thing. Once you know it, you see people cry in your hand and say, it's true. Hey, no wonder I've been suffering. Now, let's show everybody the internal realities of Malik. Please, this is just for class. So join your score 1 to score 2. As you know, draw a straight line, join from score 2. One to 2, then 2. Shola, please come and help me. Shape. I wish you have this thing there. Okay, 1 to 2. You join it. Now, is this score a straight line? Where is it? You join 2 to 3. We are trying to see the pattern of behavior of Malik. So far, so good. Is this thing straight? Is it happening on the outside? No, it's inside him. So the next score is here. So relapses happen to people inside first because they will be struggling. They are not straight. Can you see? And then the lowest pitch. I hope somebody is speaking something. It's like this. Now, is this a straight line?
No, it is not.
So inside Malik, is up and down by lifestyle, he cannot sustain this for a long time. So he has alignment deficit. And it's my work as a therapist to sort him out. Let's look at how many valley and how many mountains he has. This is one valley, one mountain, two valley, two mountain, three valley. So Malik, you have how many valley? 1, 2, 3. Malik, you have how many mountain? 1 mountain, and then what? 2 mountain. In life, you are supposed to be on the mountain. That's not to say you are doing bad though. To have even scored 69 is high. But inside, you have been going up and down. Your emotion is unstable. True or false, sir?
True.
Have you ever met me physically before? No. So we have just drawn the picture of what is happening inside you. So what are the causes? Number 1, your sleep protocol is poor. Root cause analysis. That's your lowest gully. You understand? You are looking at it. Can you see? That's your lowest. So it says sleep more. So as a therapist, say whatever I can encourage you to reorganize your sleep, I should do it. Where are you low again? The way you manage your energy. Although you are 6, you are above average, but it brings you to a valley before you picked up. Now, look at something. Do you know if we stretch this mark, this line, it will be more than this paper for about 1.5? Do you believe? Malik,
I'm trying to understand what you mean by it.
Good. This line, if I stretch it straight to become a straight line, it will cover this space and go down. True or false? These windings. If it were straight like this, look at what I have said. This same winding, if it is a straight line like this, and you pull it down straight, and there's no winding, the length of it, will it be the same as it is here? Let's say it's straight like this.
No, it will not be the same, sir. I think this one will be more than straight.
It will be more than it.
Yes, sir.
You know the meaning, sir? It means you are doing more than your capacity. You are a workaholic. You are working too much. Beyond your capacity. That's the meaning. The same you in the valley, you run to the mountain, come down valley, run to the mountain, come down again. And within a short space, you are too preoccupied and your line is not straight. So for me as a therapist now, I already know what to do for you to make it straight up. So your behavioral pitch is not a favorable one. You have been going up and down in your emotion. You are unstable inside. Does that mean you have relaxed? No. But it's saying, hey, work on his sleep. His sleep is the lowest. Reorganizing before this internal alignment deficit result into poor assignment outside. So now let's see your structural deviation, the level of workaholism. How do we know? The rule says for us to see whether you have alignment or not, we should subtract your lowest column of score from your highest. The gap between them must not be more than 2. So your lowest column is what? Of score is 4. and your highest is what? 9. So what's the gap between 9 and 4? 5.
5.
Is it not 5?
Yes, 5.
How many times can you get 2 in 5?
2 times.
2.5 times.
Yes, 2.5.
So it means Malik is 2.5 times a workaholic. You are doing the work 2, 3 people should be doing. You alone, you are doing it. True or false?
True.
I know you before.
No, sir.
Out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth has spoken and written down. So this thing doesn't lie. So when I'm doing therapy now, we say, young man, come and sit down. Instead of you doing 2, 3 people's job, train people and empower them to be doing it with you so that you don't crash. That's the meaning. Now, if your structural deviation were to be straight and you have perfect alignment, all this contour, going zigzag like scissors will not be, it will be like straight line, one down from up, meaning you are one and the same inside and outside. But this is not so. If the gap were to be 2, let's say your lowest is 6, your highest is 8, it will be around the same place down, looking like 1, meaning you have alignment. So Malik, you have alignment deficit. What is the cause? You are too busy doing too many good works alone. So start training people and then correct your sleep. Your root cause analysis is your sleep. That's where you are lowest. When you correct it now, you can score 9. And in 2 weeks' time, it will show. You can become a model after 1 or 2 weeks when you obey therapy. So therapy is saying whatever I can do to pull you up where you are low, I should do it. Now, can you see? You only know what to do from waking up to sleeping 60%. Why not 80? So meaning you don't organize too much. And then when you organize, you don't follow it. That's the meaning. That's why you are losing 40% of your active life. Anywhere you score 7 and above, you are good. No comment. Whatever you are doing, keep doing it. But anywhere you score 6 down, it means you have a case to answer. So how many places do you need therapy now? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. 4 out of your 10 records are bad. So when I want to do therapy for you now, I will face these 4. Once I solve it out for you, your system will bounce back. You will be free inside out. You will have more energy, more life, more clarity, and then confidence will improve. You'll be superior, energized on the inside. If you are feeling pain anywhere, headache, they will disappear. So this is behavioral health. Now with this I have checked you for relapses and I'm showing you your green light. Watch your sleep. Please sleep more. Make sure you have proper sleep, not zigzag sleep. Because when you sleep, you enjoy 25 benefits, which is not for this class, when you sleep well. But when your sleep is distorted, it will injure you inside and nobody will see it. And that's why people go to hospital, they run MIR, they run all kinds of stuff, and they will say they didn't see anything. It's behavioral. And once you begin to accommodate these things, it will accumulate over time. Anything you give your system, your body will take it. Your mind will take it, and it will affect you later. That will not be your portion.
By God's grace.
By the grace of Allah. So now, do you have any question here? This assessment now will tell me 35 things about you. I don't want to keep looking at 4. You are leaking in 39 places, 31 places. Some other people will do it now. They'll be leaking in 55 places. And then they are always weak, they're always tired, and they won't know. But this assessment will bring it out. So I have done behavioral invasion. I've explored into you, express you in order to establish you. Once you obey me, your health is balanced. And then you live well, you are okay health-wise. That is number one. So we can do for number two. So write down your scores later. I will treat you fully. This thing now will show me your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Will show me your good, your bad, and your ugly. And please be careful. He's telling me you are not too neat. Because your line is not straight. He says you should work more on your organizing. You are likely going to be somebody who will put one shoe here and you are taking the other leg there if care is not taken. So please work on your capacity to organize, to arrange more in the mind. Once you do it in the mind, it will show physically. And it's not because you are doing something bad. No, you are just passionate about what you are doing for people, to the point that is beginning to injure you little by little by little. So missing 31 energy percentage is too much. Let's see how to reduce it. As you sleep more, cope with stress, ensure that you don't allow for triggers and all of that, and do exercises, aerobics, and all of that. And then don't wait until you are tired before you withdraw, to rest, to relax, and to eat at the right time. Do we all understand in the house? That is the fun of behavioral health. Now let's go to the second one and see. You need to read my book on behavioral health so as to have a better grasp of this. And this one is a huge work enough for you. Now, look at the second domain, which we call potential. The place of strength, ability, competence, capacity. Can you see it beside the first one? Oh, I lost my.
Yes, sir.
What is here? Only Malik is answering. Can all of us say, oh, Mr. Triumph, you are welcome. You are back today. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Anda,
Yes, sir.
with us? Dr. Mba, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
This is the second domain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here with you. I'm so sorry. I was held up somewhere.
No problem.
And I've been listening also to you.
So that is how you route.
You are doing a great job, sir. Well done.
That is how you route health relapse. Routing relapses, you don't even wait. There's relapse outside. That's the lesson here. You just need to help your client to correct the internal disparity, because if you wait until it shows out, the gap between the person collapsing can be so tiny. That's why somebody who never had BP issue before can even die because of sudden collapses, because the way the thing will just suddenly show out, and then people call it demonic attack, spiritual attack. No, it's been accumulating inside with nobody seeing it. And because it doesn't have that history, you just carry go. But we're having small symptoms, like slight headache, especially at the back of the brain here. You just say, well, when I rest, my body is used to it. My body is used to it. And before you know it, the person comes under sudden collapse. So now number
I can't hear you, sir.
Hello, we can't hear you, sir.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Just now.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Now look at the second level of relapses. It is strength relapse. We're not talking of physical strength. We are talking about intellectual strength. I've explained this yesterday. Can you see beside health? That's your second domain. You also run the analysis. Some of you like Mr. Triumph, who did our comprehensive reinforcement last year, are already used to it, but they don't know it in form of relapses. Now, let me hang the one for this. We won't run it, but I will just show you. The same way around this, you can also run that one, and it will show you where your strength is weak, why it is weak, and then you start working at it. It is called FIT 101, Full Expression Exploration Check. Let me just hang it and show you, because I want to finish this so that later you can work them on your own and send them to me. Now, look at the second domain, strength relapses. Is it showing? Hello?
Yes, it is.
Now, they look alike, but they are not the same. The other one is called behavioral health assessment test. This one is called full expression exploration test, FIT 101. The energy you need, the strength you need to stand on your feet, by acronym, full expression exploration test. In fact, we did it in collaboration with an organization called Etiquette Africa, and we tested people on their behalf. So when you know this thing, you can even serve it in other people's platform and help people. Now, these are the questions that is associated with strength, and you can use it for teachers. You can use it for teachers. You can use it for anybody. You can use it for mental health. You can use it for financial health. You can use it for career health, strength, I mean. You can use it. In fundamental framework, the template is the same, but applicable anywhere. You can use it for business. You can use it for somebody who just came out of rehab and you are checking strength relapse. If you don't fix his strength, it will go back and affect what? His health. So let's quickly run Malik. Malik, I hope you know it's just classwork. Not that we will say Malik is not whatever.
I understand, sir.
Please. Now is the same graph on top. How well do you know your terminologies? How well do you know what to think, imagine, that also frequent your speech on a positive note about what you want to become? What will you score yourself here?
8.
Good. You will see now, you will pass this one very well, and we will all clap for you. Then number 2 is tangent. How well do you know your specific area of passion? If I know, I'll give you 9 here. Because even me, I know. And then timing. How well do you know what you are investing your time in? Looking at your yesterday, today, and tomorrow. How well do you know what you are investing your time in?
8.
8. Good.
Yes, sir.
You will see now your alignment will be perfect here. It will almost look like 1. Can you see it now? Meaning who you are inside is what you are doing outside.
Yes, sir. It's 8.
Good.
Time is 8.
Good. Abel, we will come for it. Then number 4, how well do you know your thumbs up factor, where people are hailing you and praising you? What will you score yourself here?
9.
Good. I was going to score you 9 too. You will see now you break this record now and become a model. But you have to be careful over your health. You are having some little symptoms of relapses that is not mature. It is a relapse when it matures and is showing outside. But they are still building small inside. They have no money. So we will crash them after this lecture, since I know the 3 area, and then you can go on for long without having any issue. Then number 5, testimonials. How well do you know where you easily record success and testimonies?
Also 9, sir.
Good. Then the next one. How well do you know your tension? How well do you know your positive anger that is driving your focus from the inside to the outside?
10.
Wow, I trust. Good. Now, do you see zigzag now? Is your score zigzag? It's already looking like 1. Meaning when it comes to strength, you are so radiant, pointed. Anyone who connects to your strength draws energy from you. Wow, that's why you enjoy scholarship. Because your strength is captivating and energetic. You see how I'm praising your strength for your health. Please, it has small killer. Work on it. Now, how well do you know your technical skill? Where area of competence where you can fix it so well without stress?
9 too.
Good. And then treasure. How well do you know what is choosing you naturally? What you deeply love to see or be?
10.
Good. I was going to take you 10 too. And then number 9, talent. How well can you list 3 talents where you can do it with least effort?
9.
I was going to take you 10, but let me give you your 9.
I wanted to say 10, but I was trying to be fair to myself, sir.
No, just whatever your mind tells you, that is who you are. Please take your 10.
10, sir.
And because even my mind says you are 10 there, with the zeal I see you parading. Last but not the least, triumph. How well do you know your area of breakthroughs, where you love to help others? Mr. Triumph, make sure you run this thing for all teachers in Lagos. Mr. Triumph, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Run their strength analysis and help them. Otherwise,
yes,
they'll just be laboring and nothing. So what you call yourself here? 9 or 10?
9.
9. Good. This thing is a wonder. So now let's add. 8.
The timings are you mark 9 instead of 8.
Hey, what is
Yes.
the timing? Number
3.
Okay, number 3. Timing. Okay, 8. They are still within the same range. Now, everybody, can you see Malik's behavioral pitch now? Can you see it looking like 1, up and down? If I join them together, what does that mean? It has alignment. Please, let's clap for him. The other time we crucified him. He is straight when it comes to health. And the gap between his lowest and highest is not more up to 2. Look at it. His lowest column of score is 8. And the highest is what? 10. So 10 minus 8, 2. How many times can you get 2 in 2? 1. That's why he is straight line, up and down. Meaning he is enjoying alignment when it comes to strength. Anybody who works with him can mentor them and impart them with his strength, because he's just a unique kind of a being who is strong in talent, in giftings, in everything to help others. So you will see now that he is a role model. Let's add his scores. 8 times 2 is what? 16.
16.
And then under 9. 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 times 6. 9 times 5, 45. 9 times 6, 54, right? Good.
Yes.
54. Then 10. How many places? 1, 2, 3. 3 times 10. What is it?
30.
So add everything. What does it give us? 54 plus 30. That is 84. Eh?
Yes, sir.
84 plus 10. That's 94. Eh?
Plus 600, sir.
No, it's not 100. I didn't calculate it well. It can't be. Because you didn't score 10, 10, 10. You must have made mistakes somewhere. Let's recalculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You score 3 in 10 places, which is 30. Then how many places did you score 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see? So 9
9
times
times
5 is 45.
45. Yes, sir.
That's where the mistake is. So be very careful as therapists not to make mistake. And here is balanced now. So 45 plus 30, 75, plus 10, 85, plus 6.
91.
Can you see? So who are you by this assessment? You are a who?
Model.
There's nothing to treat here. So you won't let me make money on you here because you are just perfect. So what is the therapy here? Whatever you are doing, Malik, that gave you this level of strength and potential, please keep doing it. If you are score 0 to 39, what would you have been needing? Detention.
Detention.
We will say, hey, before your strength collapse and you are completely powerless, that doesn't mean you are suffering health collapse or strength, potential. We will draw you and teach you and train you, equip you, attention to, and all the like. That's how you do it. So with this kind of assessment now, nothing to treat because all your figures are 7 and above, which is excellent. And then if I join your pitches, no valley, no mountain, it's one and the same. It's not scattered. So you are gathered, you are articulate, you are focused. With this now, you can approach development agencies and all that and show them evidence, what you are doing, who you are. This one now shows that when it comes to strength, you can be trusted because you will perform, you will perfect. So what I will encourage everybody to do, just like Malik here, when I send this assessment, please run your own and then justify it. How do I mean? You now look at question 1, terminologies. What are those words that frequent my mouth? Write it down. You know what you are doing? You are already branding yourself for free. Tangents. What are your area of passion? Note them down. Why do you score yourself so high like this? It means you are so sure. Write them down. I'm indirectly describing your mission statement. Triumph, are you hearing? That's the meaning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Timing. You see what takes your time and all that. By the time you finish all this write-up, turn it to a sentence, a comprehension, and read yourself to yourself. You will be so happy. It will just describe you perfectly. And what have we succeeded in doing? We have established you. And that is called behavioral invasion, exploration, expression, and what? Establishment. Everything is okay here. So as we have done for health, you do for strength, you also do for wealth. Let's stop at wealth so that when I send you the other ones, you can do for yourself. Mr. Alexander Okoro, do you understand what we are doing? So? Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I'm actually just following, but not fully because I'm out of I'm out of the office.
Okay.
Yes, but
The replay, you will have the replay and understand. Triumph understand perfectly because he's been following me for long. He understands. And he's catching from. Malik, do you understand?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I understand, sir. My question is, can the strength take away from the health?
Yes. Can't you see how they are linking together? Everything links up together. Let me show you it. See the two. It will eventually impact on it. Can you see your health in green? Can you see your strength? See where they are linked.
Yes,
A
sir.
man who is weak in strength, what will happen eventually to his health? His health will fail. That's why in therapy, don't say, well, my client is healthy and his potential is not engaging. He will soon say, I'm tired, just sitting down, not doing anything. I want to go out. So you must have your health to engage your what? Strength. So what a good question. Somebody who is healthy, but is not using his ability, not using his skill, not using it. Now, Malik, as you are a model in your strength, can you imagine a situation where they just keep you in one place and say be watching TV and eating for 2 weeks? Don't talk to anybody about mental health. Don't do anything. What do you think will happen to your health?
It will deteriorate.
It will deteriorate. That's what we are saying. That therapy should know that these things reinforce one another. That you are good in your health does not mean you should relax in your strength. And that you are good in your strength does not mean your wealth variable, you should leave it. To say, just be giving him money. A day will come, the man will refuse taking money. He will say, can't I make money on my I have energy. Let me go and work. That's why, you see, especially for our people up north, north central, north east, northwest, they need this kind of thing. And I'm happy you are going through this training. So that even people who are not relapsing yet, or who have not even gone to rehab, you can check their health, check their strength, check their wealth, and balance them. And they will tell you exactly, you have told me what is inside me. You correct them and get paid for services that you perform. You understand, sir? So finally, before we close, let's run your health and your wealth. I'll send you the assessment for debt later. Your wealth is called wealth creation. So all this assessment, I'll give you for free to be using and helping people. Helping yourself, helping people. You will see gap, you will see loophole, you will see vacuum, and know where to correct things before it shows outside. Now, if we didn't run your behavioral head, we may not have known about your sleep pattern. Now, can you see the one I'm showing you now?
Yes, sir.
Good. What is the title? Wealth Creation Assessment Test. The same thing up, but the question differs. So, how well do you design a genuine inspiration? To create wealth, you need inspiration. If you are not inspired, Taiwo, you will expire. So you need inspiration. How well do you design a genuine inspiration that you are following? What will you say?
10.
10. Good. I trust you, yes. Otherwise, you won't do mental health from rehab. Question number 2. How well do you design a special, unique ability? What will you score yourself?
10.
If I have 11 self, I will give you. Number 3. How well do you design what you could do to add pleasure and satisfaction to people?
How well, what is the great
Add pleasure and satisfaction. A great
in people?
that could
10,
promote outright satisfaction.
10, sir.
You see now, Malik is a multi-millionaire by potential, but you have not been using it. That's why we work with you and package you. We make money and make money together. And you see, you are scoring 10, 10, 10 in wealth creation. If I say, Malik, send me 3 million now, you may not be able to send because you don't have. But you have potential that can give you 10 million, 15 million in 1 week and all of that. You see how you are scoring 10, 10? It means the potential is in you to be one who creates wealth vigorously. And then, how well do you design a special product that is much required?
9.
Even 10, because this service, by the time you begin to unfold it and call people in groups and show them, and they go and show their parents, they say, please, let him package you. We will pay. Because instead of people doing drugs, we will now package them around their inspiration, around their vision, around what they can do, and their parents will empower them. They will start working. They won't be incentivized by bad behavior. Or when people don't know what they are supposed to do because they don't know who they are and what they have inside, they will do the wrong thing. Now, the next question. How well do you design a creativity turned to a special service?
10.
Good. You will see now, this one will even beat the other two. Meaning you are a very wealthy person, but now for dream, you dey count your money. You know they your pocket. You know they your bank yet. And this thing will give you potential to make huge fortunes because you are the only one who knows it and are doing it this way. And then opportunities to recognize. How well do you design opportunities to recognize?
9.
Because I'll still treat you and your husband. 9. Good. Then, how well do you design better and faster service you can render? It could be mental health, it could be anything. You can
10.
for the fact that I'm training you to use this, it's a faster one, which no rehab center can give you. Dr. Mba, sorry, sir, you will soon take over. I hope you are here. And then number 8, how well do you design leverage for other people's service or product? You are already leveraging my product. 9. Good. And then number 10, number 9. How well do you design selling knowledge, your time, and working for others?
10.
Good. And then last but not the least, how well do you design facilities and materials you can rent out or sell, like solution, like book? For example, this 2 days training, and you can write a huge lot, little pieces of book and sell to people to help them, to encourage them, educate them, and they are making money. What will you score yourself here?
10, sir.
Good. Now, can you see this one is an easy ride? How many places did you score 9? 1, 2, 3. 9 times 3, 27.
7.
And then 7 places, 70. So 70 plus 27, what is it?
97.
Can you see? So you are a stinkingly rich, young rich man, but your money not dream a day. No day your pocket. You are not using this knowledge. All these things, you don't know how to convert them yet to service delivery. You are potentially a very rich person, and you are not supposed to lack anything when I brand you and skill you. So your health is good, except that 31% is down, which I have shown you where to work on. Your stress, you're too much busy, train others, and then sleep more. Don't wait to be hungry before you eat. Your strength is okay. You are a model. In fact, your wealth, you are a super model. But do you have money? Can you sponsor a whole city now and do mental health canoe and pay for whatever Abdallah Hotel in Kaduna and bring people and invite me, you don't have physically. But by the time I work on you and I package you on your health, your strength, and your wealth, you will now become a brand in the middle. See, you will become an entity. Mali, Triumph say you should remember him. Oh. So please work with him. All what I'm teaching you now, he knows it. He lives in Lagos.
Okay, sir.
Good. Now, let me show you the fourth one. See the diagram before we close now. This thing is so exciting and interesting. Once you know it and use it, they will invite you here and there to come and package communities, local government, society. I even use it at management level and help people. Now, can you see the three of them? Number one is health.
Yes, sir.
Number two is strength. Number three is what? Wealth. Number one is persona. Number two is potential. Number three is production. Number one is concept. Number two is construct. Number three is contribution. They are still talking the same. Now, number four will automatically come up. And that's the triangle in the middle of it. Look at it. This is the explanation for number three. Look at number four. Can you see number four?
Yes, sir.
It will naturally come out on its own. Anything you do in number four, you prosper. That is where your life becomes an institution. You are a brand. It's because you are not branded, that's why you are not making money. And then you can't engage communities, government, governors, because you are not branded. Can you see how four came out on its own? Because
Yes,
when
sir.
you get your one right, you get your two right, your three right, your four will show up. Your four will just show up. And that is called your powerhouse. One is your personality, two is your potential, three is your production, four is your powerhouse, your engine room. That is where you are touching the water table. What you came to the world to do, that's where you manifest it. You are clean there, you are original there, you are genuine there. Anything you do there, work. So my next assignment for you, Malik.
Hello, doctor.
Yes.
Lisa, can we? I miss the first domain. This particular summary that you wrote. I just need it for the first domain, sir. First and second domain, sir.
Okay, first and second. You can even snap it. Malik, I hope you are snapping this thing too. Let me.
Yes, sir. And the third domain too.
Oh yeah. Take the first domain. Once you know this, you set up business, you set up so many things and help so many people. And then there will be no relapsing. Economically, financially, physically, medically, people stay okay. They have money to spend. Their energy is okay. Their health is okay. But not living rehab center and they are not doing anything. It's a risk factor. It's a risk. And it can become a trigger that will bring them back to that rehab again because an idle man's hand. Are you through with one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See two. I'm happy two of you stay true to get this thing. You need it in your work. You need it. Get people's health. Find out the gap and loophole, block it. Get people's strength. Find out the gap and loophole, block it. Get people's wealth. Find out the gap and loophole. The only gap and loophole Malik has is only in his health. And they are not even too serious things. It's something he can easily correct. So meaning no fear of relapse tomorrow. No. For his health, perfect. For his wealth, Superman, super rich, 97%. But the problem is saying now for dream, they count the money. It's not branded. So he's a potential multi-billionaire in any currency who has services for people around him, but he doesn't know how to connect with them. That's where you need branding. Triumph, if you run this thing now, you discover in the 3 you are a model. But you don't have the money.
Yes, sir.
You don't have the money. You are sitting in the ocean of money. But because you are not branded, you cannot connect in order to collect. So the two of you look for money. Let me brand you. So that you connect. See, if there's waterworks and your pipe didn't connect to it, you won't let it see. So see the third one. This is the third one. I can show you till the 7, but you don't need it. If you can get your 1 to 3, your 4 will automatically come out and your brand will come out. This is not the branding they do out there in town. They just look for logo, they look for company name, vision, mission statement. They say you are branded. You open CAC. Meanwhile, your poverty is as high as Tower of Babel. I hope I'm not hitting you. And they call it branding. That's what they know there. That thing will hang in the air and you'll be counting your money in dreams. But you are not touching lives and making the impact. And then number 4.
Yes, sir.
This is number 4. This is your unique selling point. Anything you do while you are in 4 is blending your health to your strength and your wealth. You won't fall sick. You won't even have time to be sick. I'm too busy to be sick. Does that mean I don't take care of my health? I watch it every day. Today night I took my blood pressure. And then my strength and my wealth. I go to places. I know what to do when I lack money, where to go, what to do, and all of that. No matter the condition. That's the advantage of this. It is what you have, you give. Know when to use my gift. And let me shock you. Once you know these 3, number 4 is the place where you puncture into every gift you carry. Whether spiritual gift, human gift. In fact, you become your full version. The way the creator already put you to be. So I will send you the assessment, take your time, run it, and then when you are branded, I will start working with you, online, offline. I can fly to Kano to meet you. We can places in Lagos and help people. They pay. There's a way I will brand you, they will pay for at least to even hear you. And if you have a situation where 250 people are paying, let's even say 5,000, as small as it is. How much is it? 5,000 times 250. And you are going to speak for 1.5 hours. What is it? 5,000 times 250. What does it give us?
1.2, sir.
So in just 90 minutes, if you make 1.2 million, is it too small?
At all, sir. And
you are just helping people. And they will still be thanking God that you revealed their lives.
Yes, sir.
It's easy to people will just say, how much is 5,000? I beg. With what this man showed us, I beg. And that's just to hear you. By the time they now run the assessment, and there are people who will score 49 and will say, hey, my head, I'm missing 51. I must be treated. George, what does it take? This is my error. You now look at who that person is and charge based on his personality. You can discriminate. It's a monopoly market. Nobody is doing it. Nobody knows it. You are the only therapist. You can say, okay, honorable senator, okay, I will fix it for you, sir. You can charge him 2.5. He won't feel anything bad because his flight ticket to Dubai alone and hotel bill, and you are fixing him. Or a palm sec or director. You can't charge him the same thing you are charging a school principal. No. So both of them are leaders. If they say all leaders stand up, headmaster will stand up where a vice president is standing up. Or you can't build them the same. So this thing has a way of generating fortunes for you when you are branded. But when you are not branded, you will talk and talk and talk out your head, talk out your strength, talk out everything, and look for food to feed them, and they will go home. Thanking God for you as a philanthropist and not a therapist. So all of you who are not branded, you are doing philanthropy. Your reward, they wait for you for heaven. When you get there, kneel. Thank you so very much. So ask your question before we stop. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. For the sake of people who said, oh, there's a mix-up. Any question, Malik? Any question, Triumph?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much for always for pouring out of your depth.
Yes.
And we're always been blessed. I'm always receiving the words are new every morning and every day. Now, one of the things that I have developed, from what, all our discussions.
Yes.
Now, the first one, which is your spiritual health. The second one, your emotional health, your physical health. Then I included your social health before going to the financial health.
Your social health and financial health, they are all components of your emotional health.
Yes.
Because emotional health handles relationship and responsibility.
Yes.
That is where money comes from. Yes, let me listen to you.
Yes. So what I'm asking is that from this domain that you have shown us, is it not possible? Because I want to be able to separate the social health and be able to dive into it more and help people to understand, what we're actually looking at as social health, especially when it comes to relationship, when it comes to relationship with marriage, relationship with your mentors, relationship with those superior in age, relationship with those that are your juniors. So what is your take on that, sir?
Good. What you do as a therapist is to now use this principle to build their own properties. And that's where you need me to come in. You can say, Coach, I want to talk about relationship among teachers. And then I will ask you, be specific. Is it their roundabout relationship or relationship with their spouses or family? When you define the scope, I will design the assessment for you, and it will capture every detail you are doing. And then you call it a relationship, wealth, or whatever for teachers in Lagos or for anywhere, and then you run it. It will bring them out, pop and plain language.
Okay, sir.
So that is the answer. It will catch them because a professional is designing it for you. And everybody will see their lives and they will now see their failure. And in fact, that's what I expect you to do. Anywhere you run any of these domain things and you see there where they are most vulnerable, speak up. We will now create an assessment that will circumvent that using idea model. I, identification. D, definition. E, evaluation. And A, application. Malik, any question?
I've asked the question that I wanted to, but the only one that is remaining is how frequent does one take this test?
Good. depending on three risk factors. One, who is the person involved? Two, what is the level of activity and agility of the individual? Ordinarily, once a month is okay for an individual who is busy. But for somebody who is not doing anything and all of that, you just sit down maybe once in 3 months. But you can use it as service, write to organization to check their behavioral health, check their mental health. There you can call it holistic health for them. Because if you say you want to come to one ministry in Kano to check mental health, they will say, I beg, carry go. We no run mental. Go psychiatry. Who tell you say we mental here? They won't understand. So you can call it holistic health or productivity health, lifestyle and productivity, excellence and all that. Very vital.
Okay, sir. Then how can I get the recordings, sir?
We will send them to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
One for today and yesterday, and then the one for tomorrow. So that when you listen, and then you get the books, you can now begin to engage. You start with your team, your household, and from there you can use it. I will show you how to write proposal to organizations. Amen. When you are, he has called me. So I will show you how to run it in places and all of that. And then people begin to appreciate you. You get all kinds of awards because they will say, Kai, you are really opening their eyes to what they don't know and the problem they don't see. Now, many teachers are waiting for salary. It's a taboo. They are into relapses. Run their health, balance their health, run their strength, and show them. So the exercise you will do for me is, since we have run these three, write out the element of your health, of your strength, and of your wealth. So that when I'm branding you, I can pitch you. Now say, oh yeah, Malik, start running this program in Kano. Create this program. Before you know it, people will start paying to do it. I will tell you how to do a free service that will link up to a paid service.
Okay, sir.
For example, now I've been doing some of these things before, free. So when people now saw my depth and what I'm bringing out, they say, Kai, I beg, mentor me. Kai, I need this. Kai, fix me for this. Kai, ask Tryon, he will give you so many testimonials. A whole state government is working with him. Why? He showed them something they have never seen, they don't know, and they're already happy. Meanwhile, he has not done behavioral invasion for them. He's only doing one leg, exploring. I don't even know whether he explore. He's only doing education, 5T model, we call it. First one, teaching, which is just education. Second T, testing, which is evaluation. Third T, treating, which is intervention. Fourth T, trending, which is integration. 5T, the fifth T, trusting out, which is execution. It's just one leg. The man is standing in Lagos and a whole state is working with him. So by the time he goes into all this, Africa, we call him. Thank you so very much.
Amen, amen. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you,
always a pleasure having you, sir.
Yeah, so we'll talk tomorrow again.
Yes, sir.
Add out your question.
Thank you, sir.